This is the ultimate guide to departure from Liberia Airport in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. We walk through this entire airport with a GoPro to give you a clear, real-world look at the departure process here in Guanacaste. We'll also talk through some of the biggest issues that people face at the airport, like the unexpected items that they won't let you leave the country with. I sketched these custom airport floor plans and used our video timestamps to add a timer so that you can be really clear on where you're going and also know how long you should expect each step of the process to take. In this guide, we'll walk through the 3 key sections of the airport so you can navigate LIR confidently and get on your flight home with no surprises. Let's rock. The first section is just getting your baggage and your boarding passes taken care of. Guanacaste Airport is pretty straightforward. It's just a big rectangle. If you've already seen our video, The Ultimate Guide to Arriving at Guanacaste Airport, this is just different sections of the same building. There's only one way into the building, so when you pull up out front, you'll enter right here. Here's what it looks like walking in the front door of the airport. Everything you need before security is in this one straight line, which means check-in is usually pretty fast unless multiple international flights all get stacked up back to back. That can happen especially during peak season, December through March. Now, as you enter the building, you can use the bathrooms just right over here to the right. All the check-in counters are in one straight line across the front here. When we arrived, there's practically nobody here because we filmed this on a trip that we took in June. But you get in line here to check your luggage at the counter. You also get your boarding passes here if you like. You can see on the timer how quickly we made it through, but I'm gonna tell you this is a little bit like cheating because again, we took this trip in June, and on this trip in particular, this was actually the fastest we've ever made it through this section of the airport. So this is best case scenario. Right before you enter security, there's this little market right here where you can grab some stuff, as well as a brick cafe and bakery and imperial bar. But honestly, there's gonna be a ton of options inside the security checkpoint. So anything you can buy out here is also gonna be for sale on the other side of security. So it's honestly better to just get through security, get that over with, and then anything that you need to get, unless for some reason it's an emergency, just get it after you go through security. There's also a currency exchange right over there. Let me just tell you though, you're a lot better off to take any colones that you have left over from your trip home with you and just take them to your bank and exchange them as a deposit. You're gonna get a much better exchange rate that way, and frankly, you save yourself the time of having to deal with it in the airport. There's a couple of different places, both outside the building in front here and just before you get into this security line here, where you can pour out any liquids that you have. But liquids is not the thing that gets most people tripped up in security. They'll actually confiscate some pretty unusual things. Let's talk about that now as we walk through the second section of the airport, security. We'll cover the unique things that they might confiscate from you in just a minute, but I want to say here that while you're in this line is the time to be able to get any of those things out of your bag to make sure you don't have them in your carry-on. Typically, there'll be a line here, but for us, this time, there was literally nobody else around. We breezed right through this section. But if you do end up standing in line here, they have a departures board up here where you can see what gate you'll be flying out of. I won't pretend to understand the reasons why all of this happens, but I will tell you that every time we've flown out of Guanacaste Airport, this has happened to us. And you only need to take about 30 seconds of searching around online to find out that this airport is notorious for changing your gate at the last minute. So whatever this board says your gate is, it doesn't matter. Because once you finally get settled at your gate, they're gonna change it. So in our third section of the video, make sure you pay attention to where all of the gates are located so you'll be ready to change last minute if you need to. Once you get through the line here, they're gonna wanna see 2 things, and you can start getting them out of your backpack while you're in line. The first is your boarding pass, and the second is your passport. Once they've checked your documents, made sure you're not on the FBI's most wanted list, you'll walk through here, and this is where you're gonna run your carry-on through the x-rays and whatnot. If you've done security like this before at any other airport, then there's nothing surprising about the procedure here, but one thing that is unique to this particular airport is some of the things that they'll confiscate from you. When you're departing from Costa Rica, airport security is not only looking for dangerous items that don't belong on the plane, they're also enforcing environmental law. For that reason, there are things that they will not let you leave the country with. For example, anything that you took from the beach, seashells, coral, sand, any kind of natural souvenir, seeds, plants, wood, any kind of stone, rocks, natural materials. For example, on our first trip to Costa Rica, we went to La Fortuna and Arenal, and we went to the hot springs there. And off of the bottom of the riverbed, I had taken in some like lava rocks, and I thought this would be such a cool souvenir. It's just this natural rock off the bottom of the river here in the hot springs. So I had some of these lava rocks in my carry-on as we were going through security here, and they found them on the x-ray and they shot me in the leg. I'm just kidding, but they did confiscate the lava rocks, which was actually worse because that was exactly what my wife told me was gonna happen. So once we got on the plane, I had to admit that she was right. Anyways, it's just good to be aware of what some of these things are that under normal circumstances you wouldn't expect would be a problem, but when you're departing Costa Rica, they are enforcing those environmental laws, so they're not gonna let you leave with any kind of those natural items. Once they've scanned your carry-on and you got all your stuff back from them, you make it through security there. Now you're gonna go up these stairs or the escalator here to go up to where the gates are. This is the third section of the airport, but before we get there, let's just cover timing. This is how long it took us to make it through security, but you saw how short the line was and how long it could be. Again, this was in June, so not one of the busiest months in Costa Rica for tourism. So other times of the year are gonna take longer. You can take a look at this chart to gauge what you think you should plan for depending on the month in which you're planning your trip. Number 3, shops and gates. After you get through security is the final section of departure from Guanacaste Airport. As you come up the stairs from security, you'll find an extensive amount of souvenir shops, cafes, restaurants, coffee. And as we think about the shops and the gates here, I'll walk through 3 things: the overall layout of this space, I'll cover a few of the specifics, and then I'll show you the gate numbers and the locations. Let's talk about the overall layout. The layout is extremely simple. It's genuinely just one big long hallway with a ton of shops and restaurants in the middle, and then on either end of the hallway you have the gates on this side and more shops and cafes and such on this side. I won't try to detail every single shop that's up here because these do change, but I'll give you a good look at what some of them look like because even as they change, many of them carry the same items, and this gives you a good idea of what you're gonna see. You'll have the chance to buy shirts, hats, magnets, stickers, coffee, stuffed animals, chocolate, books, all sorts of other souvenirs and things. I told Claire to get herself this hat. Spam the comment section and I'll let Claire know if you think that hat would look good on her or not. Next, here are a few of the specifics for you. There's also a number of restaurants and bar options scattered around, so you'll have a chance to grab a bite to eat or drink. If you're wanting to be sure of what's currently available when you're planning your trip, you can check out GuanacasteAirport.com, and under the services and shopping, just click restaurants and it'll show you what is currently in this area of the airport. One nice little airport hack here, there is always free coffee available at this little samples section here. This is not the best coffee that you've ever had, but it does contain caffeine and the price is right. There is an airport lounge in this section of Guanacaste Airport, and if you're a Priority Pass member, then you'll have access to this lounge. During the trip when we filmed this footage, the lounge was closed for renovation, so I can't show you what it looks like on the inside, but it is located here on the airport map. So when you came up the stairs, you basically go to the left and all the way down to the end, again on the left. But even if you don't go into the lounge, there's some pretty cool basic things about this airport to know just for us common folk. For example, there is free Wi-Fi at the airport. The official airport Wi-Fi is all caps VINCI, airport's Wi-Fi. One feature of Guanacaste Airport that I love, and I wish more airports were better about this, they have alternating huge areas like this. And look at all of these places to plug in and charge your phone or your laptop or whatever. I mean, this is fantastic. Okay, let's talk about gate numbers and locations. Take a look at this. The actual gates are simple, with gate 1 at this end, and then 2, 3, 4 right here, then a centralized area of shops and whatnot, and then 6, 7, 8, 9 on this far end down here, again with shops across the way from all of the gates. Our departure was out of gate 4 this time, so that was right here, and they'll line you up at the gate. They're gonna wanna see your boarding pass and your passport one more time just before they let you onto the plane, and then they'll send you back out through the same glass walkway that you entered the airport through when you got off of your plane on arrival. If you didn't already catch our video on arriving at Guanacaste Airport, you can check that out here. If you're planning your first trip to Costa Rica, then we have a ton of other videos that'll probably be helpful to you. A lot of people have been helped by starting with our first episode of the series, Planning Your First Trip to Costa Rica. Cue the music and have a great trip.